What's up, guys? Back again for another installment of Double Vision. This time around we'll hit you with 2 reviews in one day. One is on the DVD Fiends channel, so if you haven't seen that, please check it out. I'll put the link on the side. This time around we'll have Eigh8theChosenone on the show. Very funny guy. I'm very happy to have him here on this show. And the movie we will be reviewing is Puppet Master 2. The movie opens up at Shady Oak Cemetery and the puppets are digging up Eigh8 theChosenone's grave. They pour some kind of potion on him and bring him back. A research team goes out to this hotel and tries to find out why all these psychics have disappeared. They've had murders and straight disappearances happen, people that worked in that hotel, and they're trying to find out what's going on. The main girl in this movie, Carolyn, her brother gets drunk and starts acting like an ass, so she pretty much demands that he goes upstairs and sleeps it off. So he goes upstairs and starts to sleep it off. 2 of the researchers are downstairs and they're watching the cameras, and they see this puppet hurry up and go in the room. So they start running upstairs to try to hurry up and get up there, but it's too late. By the time they get inside, Tunneler is like already drilled into the dude's head. And I'm talking, man, he was seriously digging into this guy's skull. They knock Tunneler off the guy and knock him onto the ground, and this one guy picks up this huge lamp and starts bashing him with it. Later on, they start to run tests on him to try to figure out why this puppet's walking around, and why it's killing people. And they're down in the kitchen, they're just having a normal conversation, and this guy walks in and he's all mummified. He's got these goggles on, a black hat, all black like jacket, and walks in and he looks like just like a straight up mummy. And I'm just like, man, if that guy walked into my house, I'd be scared as shit. I'd be like hauling ass out of there. There's this crazy scene where this man and his wife are putting up this electric fence to try to keep the critters out. At least they think it's critters. Later on, you see Blade cutting into the fence, and the puppets get into the house, and they're in bed sleeping. You hear this like weird noise, and you don't know what it is. And the next thing you know, the wife turns around and she looks at the husband, and Leech is standing on top of him with a knife and a piece of like his skull or like his skin in her hand. And she starts screaming and freaking out. And the puppet like runs out into the living room. So she goes out to the living room to chase after her and grabs like a shotgun. She shoots at Leech Woman, but Leech Woman gets away and gets on top of this shelf and jumps down at her. Well, the woman grabs Leech Woman, throws her down on the ground and starts stomping on her. And eventually picks her back up and throws her into the stove and burns her to death. The other puppets see this and they're not very happy with it. And Blade comes out and shows himself, and she sees Blade and gets ready to turn the shotgun on him, and he hurries up and hides. And then Torch comes out and she turns the shotgun on him and she says, "You may think you have the powers of hell on your side, but you don't know who you're dealing with." And Torch's eyes light up and he starts making this sound, and then all of a sudden he just points his hand at her and just torches her. Catches her all on fire, and she burns to a crisp and falls to the ground. And then you see like Blade goes over to her and sticks his hook in her neck and then jabs his blade through her eyeball. I was just like, damn. And one of the funniest scenes in the movie is like this little kid's outside and he's got this bullwhip and he's acting like he's Indiana Jones, and he's got this G.I. Joe doll and he's whipping it with the whip, and he's like, "Die, Nazi scum." And he puts the doll up against the tree and starts whipping it, man. He's just like constantly whipping the doll, and the whip flies behind him and goes in the bushes. And he hears a noise in the bush, and he's like, "Come on out of there." And Torch comes out of the bush. He picks Torch up and starts checking him out, and then puts him back on the ground, and then whips him with his whip, and is like, "Get up! Is that all you can do?" And then Torch gets mad, and his eyes light up, and then you see like a flame kind of look, and the little kid's like, and it pretty much leaves it up to your imagination to decide what happened to the kid. And I pretty much think he just got burnt to a crisp. Talking that dumb shit. If you haven't seen Puppet Master 2, I highly recommend it. It's an excellent movie in the series. Thanks for watching, guys. Now it's time to turn it on over to Eigh8theChosenone.
Good morning, my fellow YouTubers. Now look, this might be your first time seeing me, so I'm going to switch things up a little bit. Today we're going to do my review on the Prince album 312. To start off, my personal favorite song, Work It Up a Black Sweat, work it. Don't leave. It's a fucking joke. Don't leave. Alright, man, you know what we're doing. We're doing Puppet Master. Now to get this out the way real quick, we wanted to review the whole set, at least 1 through 5. But I mean, come on, man, this shit would have turned into a reality show. There's so many Puppet Masters, would have been like fucking marathon reviews. So we picked one, and that one Puppet Master was Puppet Master 2, Part 2. I know what you're thinking, but calm down. Well, why didn't you just start at 1 and then work your way? Man, I don't fucking know. We're doing this one. So, now I'm sure Rez, if I know him, he walked you through it, and now you walked your happy ass over here. So listen to this. Understand my undying love for Puppet Master. When I was a kid, I used to walk into the video store all the time, get the new shit, but I would always grab a Puppet Master. I love this shit, and it was very hard for me to review this movie. Alright? But I'm honest, and I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give you the good, I'm going to give you the bad, and I'm going to give you the classic. Now, to start it off, let's go with the good. Number 1, it's Puppet Master. So right there, I mean, and next, it does live up to being the sequel, for the most part. Number 3, what a great addition. Got Torch right there, bullet teeth, little fucking skull, Nazi hat, got the little trench coat or whatever on. Great addition. Fun fact for you, little trivia. See that Torch on the left hand? It's really on the right in the movie. Anyway, great addition. They stay true to form, man. They're in the Bodega Bay Inn. Big mansion, lots of rooms for puppets to run around and kill shit, hide. So right there, you can't go wrong. And the flashbacks, in my opinion, flashbacks are always key in Puppet Master movies. It really gives you a good look into what you're getting into. Love the flashbacks. Overall, solid addition to the Puppet Master series. That was the good. Now, let me give you the bad. Bad thing is, a lot of people say, oh, Puppet Master 2 is shit a fucking movie. You just need to watch 1 and then go to 3. Whatever. One thing I will say, predictable plot, and at times very bad acting. I mean, there's a part, you know, the girl's brother dies. Oh, my brother died, I'm a bitch. And then the next day she's like, oh yeah, my brother died, like nothing happened, no mourning. You see the case. Alright, next, the most fucking irritable thing in this movie that irks the shit out of me is goddamn Andre Toulon walking around with mummy wrap around his head in a black cape and nobody's saying nothing. It's like, oh yeah, you got a mummified fucking head, you wear all this black shit, you look evil and you're from hell, go ahead, get some fucking cereal while you're at it. No, there'd be a lot more questions asked if that guy came into your house. The one thing that irked me the most besides that was no fucking puppet vision. Damn! You know what I mean? Like before, they'd be running around, hiding in cabinets, jumping up on seats, looking through doors, and it would just really get you into it, like make the puppets a lot more freakier. I love that. The other one is the deaths are not as brutal. You know what I mean? They're not. But you still get the grand finale, so stop your fucking complaining. Now, let me give you the classic. I gave you the good, gave you the bad, now the classic. Classic. Oh, the best part, Tunneler. Right when he's walking through the door, that snapshot, that stop and go look on the spy cam, that shit is classic, vintage Puppet Master right there, baby. That shit is eerie. The other one is the close-up on his head when he's on the bed before he goes in for the kill. Then you got Blade and Leech Woman when they go to the little farmhouse. That's good. And my personal favorite is when Torch is in the woods with that obnoxious kid. I'm Indiana, and this is my set. You better do something. Is that all you can do? Whipping him with the little baby bullwhip. And of course, you know what Torch does. Yeah. And the freakiest thing, the one that used to like haunt me a little bit as a kid, you know, just weird, you know, didn't sit with me right, is the woman puppet at the end. The way her face looks is just like, oh, you know, it bothered me for some reason. But there it is, man. What do I rate this? I'm going to be completely fair, man. What do I rate this? 5 stars, no doubt. No, man, look. To me, it is 5 stars. If you put it in the box and you go 1 through 5 and you rate it 1 through 5, then to me it gets the 5 stars. But if you were to pull Puppet Master 2 out and just break it down for what it is, yeah, man, you could give it like 3 stars, 3 1/4 or 2.5. But seriously, if I put it with 1 through 5, straight up, that's 5 stars to me. That's me being completely honest. Now that I'm done with my review, and I broke you guys off, you know what I'm saying? Rez sent me a letter. He wanted me to read this. He wanted me to open it up, so I'm going to do that for the very first time. Alright, let's see. Hi, this is Residentvania. If you are cool and you are my friend, that's you guys, you will go right away now and subscribe to my favorite person on YouTube, Eigh8theChosenone. Thanks, Rez. And he signed it right there, so you know it's official. You guys better go. And the last thing you need to know about me, if you don't know already, when you watch my reviews, don't look at me!